So I've been really called and pulled to do this little live, and I'm doing it just right beside our tiny home. And there's going to be lots of noise and probably wind's noise and people walking past, and maybe my son will appear. It doesn't matter. I've been called to do this because I was guided this morning to do a video, and it's like when you get the call, answer it. And so the call came to do this video a couple of hours ago, and I went to do it, and then I got distracted and didn't do it, and then it disappeared. It was gone, and I had no idea what it was. I knew there was something that was calling to do, but I had no idea what it was. And so I was like, okay, whatever it was I'm supposed to do, give me another shot at it. You'll know when you're in this. Anyone that watches this, if you get into the hyper creative process, like just ideas come and you have to write them down. Or for me, it's like I have to. So there's going to be lots of distractions here. I have to write it down. For me, I usually record video or do live. I just hit live, so that's what I've done here. So the idea appeared again, but it doesn't always appear again. So this is this lesson again, and this remembrance that whenever you get the call, answer it, or else it can disappear. This time it did appear again, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get something, I write it down, I forget. Sometimes I ignore it, and it never appears again, because it's like water. Water's just looking for an outlet, and it doesn't judge. It doesn't want a specific outlet. It's just any outlet. Water will flow and it'll find its own place. So this is the end. A few years ago, I would say maybe 5 years ago ish, around about 4 or 5 years ago, I was getting this real guidance, and we were really in this process of completely letting go of every single modality that we've ever done, every modality we've ever taught, every modality we were ever given, practice, even everything that worked. Yes, there's going to be a lot of noise in the background as we share. So every modality was just let go of past life, future life, breath work, insert everything, anything, everything, just completely let go. I think there's some bins being emptied there, so hopefully that is finished now. It was to completely let go of every and any modality. I'll just put it up here in just case there's any children that don't want to be on camera because they're not being asked, of course. And so yeah, there's the idea to totally let go of every modality, not doing any process. And whenever something arises, especially a trigger arises, but it doesn't necessarily even have to be a trigger, just experience appears, just be with it. Sadness, anger, inspiration, excitement appears, just be with it and just let it be. So a trigger arises, sadness or anger comes up. Instead of trying to identify it, instead of trying to trace it back 45 lifetimes, instead of trying to zero point it or neutralize it, don't try and do anything with it. Just let the energy be there and just let go and let it move through you. And when this, we're so say doing this, so it's like an absolute non-doing, no modality, no process, no practice. Energy arises, just be, and the energy moves through. So this could be like massive inspiration, or it could be massive sadness, anger, rage. It could be like confusion. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just energy, experience, thought arises, just let it be. Don't try and do anything with it. Don't try and identify it. Don't try and do some process on it. Just be. And what I found, and I can't believe we're talking about 5 years ago, because it was 5 years ago, and how many times I forget this, it was just, I would find that I would just let it be, and what would happen is the energy would just move through my body, and I would have soulgasms. There's no other way to describe it. I would just be in this state of bliss. And that didn't matter whether that thing was a trigger or a quote negative experience or something beautiful and a quote positive experience. If I was just the empty space that let that move through, I would just be left in a state of bliss and ecstasy. It was incredible. It is incredible. And I'll be honest, I have forgotten this at times, and I go back into modalities and go back into talking, but more and more we're being called back to this. Absolutely drop every everything we think we know, everything we think we do with an emotion or a thought or a feeling or an inspiration. Just let it be. It moves through. Just let it be. And the way I experience it is not, again, I'm only sharing my experiences. The energy, whatever it is, again, doesn't matter if it's quote positive or quote negative. The energy is just there appearing. And what happens is the energy just moves through and up and out. And sometimes it moves out the top of the this is a more transmutation way. Again, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not making anything happen. It just happens spontaneously. The energy go out the top of the crown and then goes around in that torus field and comes back in, and it's transmuted into this bliss of nothingness. Sometimes it just moves up and nothing happens. But more often than not, when I just let it be, I'm just left in this empty state of bliss and ecstasy. And I've had like soulgasms is the way I describe it, just like left in this just ecstatic state by absolutely doing nothing. No complicated ritual. Oh my god, I just saw an eye in the I just saw an eye here. An eye appearing like that. So no modality, no practice, no knowledge, no wisdom, no process, nothing. Just be. Let whatever it is move through you and then see what's left. This is the end of all practice, process, talking, all the talking we do, all the ideas, all of the wisdom, all of the knowledge. Just end it all. Just let it go. Let go of everything. Just feel the relief in your being when you realize there's nothing you have to do. You don't have to realize something. You don't have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, even though I still do. You don't have to do yoga. You don't have to do insert endless amount of programs, processes, and I don't care if that's the most earthly thing or the highest multidimensional thing. I don't care. None of it. It's all the same. If there's a process that you have to do to make something happen, I don't care if it's from it's a teardrop from God herself. It doesn't matter. Let it go. I don't care if you've got legions of unicorns flying you around on a feathered nest and bringing you into the most highest modality ever, and you've got the keys and the secrets to eternal bliss. Let it go. Just be. Just allow what is to be. There's nothing you have to do. There's no secrets. There's nothing mystical. There's nothing magical. No one has something that you don't. Just let it be. Just notice. Oh, there it is. Notice, and honestly, I really mean it. Doesn't matter if this is like rage. Okay, just notice rage. I don't touch it. I don't name it. I don't try and shame it. I don't try and push it out. I don't try and release it. I don't try and let it go. I don't try and clear it. I don't try and transmute it. Rage is there. Just be. And I'm even feeling it now. I've been given the experience, even though rage is not here. I'm just giving it. And if you just feel this explosion, it's very subtle. I'm saying explosion, but it's just like because rage is an explosive energy, and it just goes up, and then it's just that you don't have to do anything. And all the complicated ego and spiritual ego will want to say, but no, but for this circumstance, you have to do this. No. And you're free to disagree, and you're free to, I honor you. Complication is of the mind, simplicity is of the heart. There's no complication to this. We make it complicated. We make the idea that we have to do something to make something happen, and we've got the secret teachings and the intelligence and all of this shit. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's crazy. It's too simple. It's too simple for the mind. It's too simple for the spiritual ego. Just let it be. I feel terror. Okay, just let it be. I feel massive inspiration. I'm inspired by the tears of the goddess dropping into my hands, and I have to go, okay, just let it be. I've got this mission to change the world. Okay, just let it be. I feel the depths of sadness. That it's like just so deep and sad. It's like the woes of the universe. Okay, just let it be. Just let it be there. Nothing to do. Just let it be here. And I promise you, this is direct experience. And of course, I'm talking about this is over 5 years. I've forgotten this many times. It is too simple. This would end so many beings. So if we were all to be this, and we all can be this, this would end so much of what is all the distractions that are out there and all the beautiful intentions of things of you must do this, let's do that, let's clear this, let's get together and do that. This would, there's nothing to do. There's no magical formula. Just let it be. It's just there. Okay. It's there, I can see. It's there and it's pulling me all sorts of ways, and I'm terrified or I'm inspired, I'm very afraid or I'm joyful and I have to go do something that, no, let it be. And now the spiritual ego will jump up and say, but what, then I can't just sit and do nothing. Let that be. If action is called, it will be inspired so spontaneously that you won't be able to help it. It will just come. It doesn't mean that you're inactive or inert. It just means you're not acting in response to this. Oh, this amazing thing. I'm a starseed and I've got this mission to save the earth. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just making up funny things. Weird things. I've got this special code that I have to bring forward. Oh, poor me. I'm so terrified I can't do this. Let it be. If action is called, it'll be spontaneously it'll just flow from me, and the action, you won't act, you'll be acted. And that's what's always happening. Anyway, we just believe that we're not. We believe that we're doing something. We're not doing anything. We're being done. And this is the end. We are done. We are being done. We think we're being done. So just let it be. There's anger, there's anguish, there's joy, there's ecstasy. Just let it be. So even like what I was sharing there, when I have been able to be what is being shared here, and live, like there's this state of soulgasm, ecstatic bliss. Even that, we let it be. Don't try and hold on to it, because of course, the little me wants to hold on to that, and the little Martin wants to hold on to it. Oh my God! Oh, hold on to this. No, let that be as well. That's the next stage. But what happens is we've got all these modalities and all of these processes, and again, I've brought many of them and I've offered many of them. I mean everything, 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 everything. The 47th dimension, secret keys to life. I don't care what it is, or a simple anything. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of it. None of it matters. None of it. None of it works. All of it works. Just be. Just be with what is. It's the direct path. It's the direct, pathless path to where we've always been. And the mind will come up with a million different ways why this won't work for you, why this won't work in this circumstance. It's okay for you, sat there talking to this little square box, and I honor that because I know little Martin very well. And it has been experienced here. It has been experienced here. You just let it be. There's nothing to do. There is nothing to do. Magic's appearing. I've got to go dance. I've got to go dance. I've got to go create. I've got to go. Let it be. I've got this divine mission. I must go fulfill my purpose. Let it be. I am this poor little one. I can never do it. No way I can do it. No, why does this always happen? Let it be. Just let it be. Don't touch it. Don't name it. Don't try and do anything with it. And it will move. It's just amazing. It's too simple. It's too simple. It's too simple. We don't get it. We want it to be. Mind wants it to be complicated. We want this secret master key that some few people hold. This is what we've been conditioned into. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculously, amazingly, perfectly too simple for the mind. Oh my god. And because this is a perfect holographic reality, I'm just getting an opportunity now, in the moment, live, to be able to just practice this perfectly now. So you want to just watch this live, real time, this is how it works. So there was a energy, there is an energy now, due to a being that just passed this space now. There was an energy that a few weeks ago wanted to, this is strong, wanted to defend, wanted to, let's be honest, wanted to defend, wanted to attack, wanted to really fight for justice, fight for what is right. And the being that sparked that just passed here now. So now you're going to get to watch real time. And I'm feeling like it's burning. This is burning inside of me now. So there was defense, there was attack, there was righteousness, and there was like reaction, all of these. Okay. Now I'm naming this because I'm on a live video and this is just happening spontaneously and miraculously, thank you God. So there was an energy, again, when we're not doing this, you don't need to name all the things. You feel what you're feeling, but I'm just describing it because this is like burning in my stomach now, and it's burning my whole being here because there was, I wouldn't say rage, but there was a holy wrath, and there was defense and attack and all of those things. So I'm just giving those for context. It works much better when you don't even give it any name. So I'm just allowing that energy, and it's literally a fire that is burning inside me now. So I just want to describe what is happening. That energy was burning in the stomach. There was real, like my whole body was shaking there. I let it be. Whenever I stop talking, I'm talking again. I'm talking because I want to share this live, real time. The energy moved up, and so then, because I'm not been able to let it go fully yet, it's still holding here. It's still holding that in my shoulder. So this is symbolic. Still holding the responsibility to protect, the responsibility to attack when you see, or defend when you see attack. Still holding that responsibility, so it's stayed in the shoulders here. Again, we don't need this story, I'm just explaining this. It's better if you just don't touch it at all. It's just energy. So just letting go again. And it's done. Just let go. The energy moved up and out. And what happened, like it felt like just like a blanket this time. It just like felt like a blanket of ease, a blanket. It's just a blanket of just beautiful energy just flowing over me now, and it's gone. There's still a bit of shakiness in the body, and this is not like the energy has moved through. This is like cellular memory in the body when it goes into fight or flight. There's still like shakiness in the body. And what I thought was going to happen, please, Angelo's here. I'm still alive. So, what did it? Popeye's working. So, just so amazing. And of course, it's what you do. So there you go. Get to watch it live. I mean, get to watch it live. What happens? What happens? What happens? Have you got some light language? No? So, yes. Elise, I'm still live on Facebook here, so just letting you know on YouTube. Yes? Just letting you know. So, just so you know, you know. Um, so there you go. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't set it up any better. A being, a beautiful angel on the earth, beautiful angel on the earth that sparked energy within me, just happens to walk past here now as I'm speaking with it. Happens to walk past here, and and this energy sparks up as I'm talking. See, so it's not theory. This is not theory. This is real time, and that's why it didn't work earlier because I was going to do it in the car or somewhere. Now I was called to do it here, sat where I didn't get where I normally wouldn't do it because it'd be very windy, and there was a very high possibility that lots of children would be around. And what happens? This being that sparks that energy just walks past, and I get to feel this angel on the earth that I wouldn't have thought was an angel gets to real time experience, like go through the experience there. So energy appears, and again, this was a very challenging, what we would call negative energy. Again, it was the perception of attack, desire for protection, and there was an energy of revenge and righteousness and all of this. Um, just want to share that again. The story doesn't matter. Is the energy is the only thing that matters. Just want to share it because, of course, you can't feel what. Well, some of you probably can't feel what. Some of you very intuitive, empathic beings can feel what I'm feeling here. When you look at that, what do you want to say? Look at this. He made a bow. He made a bow and arrow today. Yes, this is your third bow and arrow today. You've been on a mission today.
The small one broke.
Yeah, you broke the small one. This is.
No, it didn't broke.
This is the second one. Third one. No, second one. Angela, come. So, there we go. Real time. And again, there's no. Come on. Well, mine doesn't want you on here. Okay, so.
Okay.
This is real time. Real time. There's no name for this because, again, it's not a process. I didn't do anything there. I didn't do anything there. I was going to say real time transmutation, but then that would indicate that I've done something, and I didn't do anything. I'm going to go for a walk. Go stay with your mama. Because if I said, there's our little tiny home on wheels, if I were to say real time transmutation, that would mean that I did something. I didn't do anything there. Energy appeared as a response to something that appeared in the outside world. And you know, if you think about it, just something is appearing there, and that sparked an energy inside, which doesn't mean no. Someone's just walking past. A being is just walking past another being. How does that spark an energy? Because there's a story. Because there's a story attached to it. That the little me has attached a meaning to it. That has attached some form of expression that's linked to that with what is happening. Man sitting, plastic box, another man walking, dog walking, wind blowing. That's all that's happening. Nothing's happening. It's just stuff appearing. But what happens? Body, mind. Oh, I know this is going to get very windy now. Let's see if I can hide up here. What is there? There's energy, and there's a story, and there's what. That's what the little me makes that mean. And the little me made that mean a fire. I went too far. I went too far away from the internet. So instead of telling a story, there's just energy appearing. I know you're probably not going to be hearing me now because of the wind. Energy appearing, bodies, word, story. What is this? What's the energy mean? The energy means something to the little me, tells a story about it, converts that thought into a feeling in the body, which is a feeling of fire, a feeling of nervousness, a feeling of I need to do something, or and what's just happening? All that is happening is body sitting in the seat, another body seen walking past, dog walking past. It's just a story. So if we just let the energy be, again, I'm telling a story about not telling a story. The idea is to not name it, not follow the story, just feel the energy, let the energy be, and just let it do what it's going to do. And its natural tendency is to move up and out of the body every single time. And then again, if it's a creative, something creative, will be spontaneously moved to act if there's an action, but it won't come from a reaction. It'll come from a spontaneous, you're being acted, you're being moved. Again, that's always what's happening, but it looks like we can make decisions here and there. So it's not about inaction, it's not about bypassing, it's just energy. And energy's natural tendency is to move unless it's held by something, and it gets held by story, by identity, by poor me, by little me, by they did this, I did that, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. It's just energy. Everything is energy. Energy plus story equals emotion and feeling in the body. Energy minus story, just allowing it to be, equals energy moves, and then whatever, if anything, is to happen will just happen spontaneously. It will just happen in flow. It will just become. It will become itself. You will be acted. It will just appear. There's one that could spark the same energy. That would be really cool if that happened too. But you see, when you try and make these things happen, it doesn't work. You have to. It's like this morning's live. If you didn't see it, it's like there's been these amazing synchronous messages have been appearing on the boats. And then I was in a place where there was other boats, and I was like, I wonder, is there a beautiful message on these boats? And of course, there's not. When you try and make something happen, you work against it. When you're again, so when you try and transmute energy, you're right away. Every modality is trying to do something with an energy because of a story, because of a trauma, because of all sorts of things. Just be. It's so simple, it's ridiculous. It will be the end. It is the end. It is the end. We call it this is the end. This is the end of every modality, every therapy, every process, every practice, all of them finished, done. And most of the people on here that wouldn't be popular. But we're not like ooh, Martin is gonna go just be. Just be. Okay. Martin's gonna be a little bit naughty there. If you're watching this video, there's a very high likelihood that you're in this world, in this field. And some of this, us, including Martin, this is your real calling and your work in the world. And if this is the end of it, then what's left? What do we do? There's nothing to do. This is the end. There is nothing to do. Then we are just being. And then everything will happen spontaneously, and everything will come, and the gifts that we're here to bring will just spontaneously arise, and we won't have to make anything happen. And there won't be this idea of healing. There won't be this idea of fixing, of changing. There won't be this idea of ascending or making better. There won't be this idea of new earth and old earth. It's the end of the world. There'll be no anything in the future. It'll just be what it always is, except we fool ourselves and delude ourselves. It's the end of the world. It's the end of this idea of time. It's the end of when this happens, everything will be okay. It's the end of I have to do this or I have to do that or I've got a mission or blah, 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 blah. everything will just be the spontaneous unfolding that it always already is when it's not filtered through the lens of our stories. We're just making this all up. We're making it all up. Martin's making it all up. You're making it all up, your version. All of this is all just being made up. We're just making it up as we go along, and we're making ourselves the hero or the shiro of our own journey that never began, so it can never end. We're making it all up. It's as simple. It's too simple. It is too simple, and I know, as I have forgotten, Martin has forgotten this many times. It's too simple for the mind. As soon as this is finished, Martin will go looking for the next thing that he has to do. You'll probably go looking for the next thing you have to do, or the next thing that wants to take your attention, or the next thing that's triggering you, or the next thing that's inspiring you, pulling you towards your mission, and that's okay. And just let it be. Just feel in your body, feel the somatic response to just there is absolutely nothing I have to do. Just feel the response in the body. If you really give yourself permission, there is absolutely nothing I can do. There's absolutely nothing I have to do. There's absolutely nothing ever to be done. Feel the response in the body. Don't listen to the reaction of the mind. Feel the somatic response in the body. You'll just feel a loosening. You'll just feel a very gentle relaxation, a relief, a letting go. And then the mind will use all sorts of. Going to be very, going to be very conscious with the language. Martin trying to sneak in there again. The body will have that relax, and then the mind will jump in and use the emotion and use the energy of feeling to get the thought of, oh no, but I have to do something. But I'm alive. I'm a light worker. I'm a starseed. Reminds me of the song. If any of you haven't seen the guy Roman, he sang with Sam Garrett last couple of years, and he did a song a few years ago called Kundalini. It's the Kundalini song. If you have not heard that song, it is an absolute masterpiece work of genius. It's really an absolute masterpiece genius. I'm going to post it later. The Kundalini song by Roman, Roaman, I think it is. But I'm a starseed. And you know, I've really let go as well, because normally I like to do these videos when I know that I'm not going to be distracted. There's not going to be anybody walking past, and there's heaps of people walking past and they can hear. And this is like a moment for me where I'm really letting go. Hey brother, how you doing? I'm very good, very good. And yeah, just like that. So I'm doing this in the full knowingness that people's going to be hearing what has been shared and people walk past, but I do want to honor people not being on the camera when they're not being aware. So I just want to put that up a little bit for them, not for anything else. I'm totally letting go of that, because I usually want to be off in the mountain and it's just me and I can flow and I can share. Well, no, this is what happened last week. I got told in no uncertain terms to be the fullness of who I am everywhere, every when, every how, and every now, in every circumstance, no matter what. So I don't have to wait until I'm like I get up at 4:30 in the morning and go to the beach because there's no one else there for sunrise, even though a few people have stepped in. It's like, no, we do it now. It's here. We have to be it always, and there's nothing to do, and I just let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. So I know this is too simple. I know. Behave yourself, Martin. I know that this will not be popular. Let's say your whole life, like Martin's, you feel your whole life mission is to, to serve humanity. What happens if how it is you're here to serve them goes away? What then? There's nothing you can do. With the greatest heart intentions, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you're here to do. Nothing you do will make any difference. I'm not talking about in the per me sense. I'm talking about in the real absolute sense. There's nothing to do Nothing's making any difference. You just telling a story that you're doing something and making something happen. What then? Firstly, in the body, I can feel this somatic release and relax. And then the mind jumps in and says, what about me? What am I going to do? It wants to attach onto something because it cannot take the purposelessness. It cannot take the idea that all my good ideas are for nothing. This is too simple and too shocking and too devastating for the mission, the purpose, the lightworker, the starseed, the wayshore, the seriousness, the importance, the spiritual ego. This is devastating. This is devastating to it at 35.55. This is unpopular. This doesn't sit well with the special ones. This doesn't go well. It doesn't go well with those who have the intel. It doesn't go well. This is why I don't have any friends. I only see energy. I only feel energy. It's so simple. It's not complicated. It's too easy. It's too easy. I am joking about I don't have any friends, but it is. I have to tell it like it is experienced here. With total love. Total love and total abandon and total not giving a shit about anything because I don't. Because there isn't anything. There's just love. There's only love. There only ever will be love. And all of the stories, and all of the ideas, and all of the modalities, and then, just in case I haven't got it across here, including every single thing that has ever come through this one is included in all of this. Just in case it sounds like an outward. No, everything here. Don't need any of it. None of it. It's all just a story we're telling. It's all just a play. Okay, it must be getting close to the time for for our daily live. This was a very unplanned, impromptu, little live, non-processed, non-doing, non-modality experience of whatever that was. And to remember, remind, there's nothing to do, there's nothing you can do, you don't have a mission, you don't have a purpose, you are not special, no one is special, everyone is special. Nothing depends on you. If you stay in bed all day, every day for the rest of your life, it doesn't matter. If you never sleep again, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. There's just energy and a story that we tell about energy. That is it. Just make sure we get that. We'll just listen to that energy. So this has been whatever this has been. This is the end. This is the end of every modality. This is the end of Lightworker mission, Starseed mission. This is the end of the white hats and the good and the evil and the purpose and the everything. This is the end. This is the end of it. It's the end of it all. This is the end. It's over. It's finished. It's done. Nothing to do. Nothing you can do. Nothing you have ever done. Everything you think you've achieved nothing. Everything you think you have to achieve, there's nothing to achieve. There's nowhere to go. Nothing to get. There's no ascension. There's no other dimensions. There's just energy. There's just energy plus story. And when there's energy with no story added, there is just love. Energy plus story equals. It can be fun, of course it's fun. It can be fun, it can be high, it can be low, it's the movie. Energy plus story usually He ends up in some form of suffering, some form of lack, some form of wanting, some form of striving. And then the hero and the shiro go through the process, and they either get what they want, or they don't get what they want, or they nearly get what they want. And then the cycle again: energy plus story equals suffering, striving, wanting, lacking. And again, it can go both ways. Energy plus story equals I did it, I got it, I achieved, I became, I helped, I served, I whatever. I know this is going to trigger massively, but it might also open and really take the weight off, like the shoulders, like Martin was feeling the energy on the shoulders when he still didn't want to let go of the righteousness or the justice or the, the wanting to do what is right, wanting to defend whatever it was. Didn't matter. Again, it's just a story. And again, I was only telling the story because it happened to be happening while. Is this the same? No. It just happened to be happening while I was live. Okay, this is the end. If this has triggered, you're absolutely welcome. If this hasn't triggered, listen again. Oh my god. So, we will be live at 3:33, which is probably coming up close because I've been on here 40 minutes. And what time did that start? Oh, that's actually cool. It's on here, so 1:20. If that's 40 minutes. Okay, we've got a little bit of time. But we'll be live at 3:33 on these platforms for the daily quotes, which don't mean anything. No, and Martin has done 189 days, and that doesn't mean anything, and there's no big grand purpose of it or anything. It's just something that is happening. There's just an appearance of a live video at 3:33, and it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter, and it's not important. There's nothing special about it. There's just this energy, and there'll be an appearance, and it will continue to appear every day, and whatever. It don't matter. It's just energy appearing for no one. Okay, I leave it there. This is the end. It's done. It's finished. Nothing more to say. Nothing more to do. Nothing more. Only to be. I love you all so much. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in me. Namaste. We are. Ciao. See you at 3:33.